About 20. Let's tackle this homework assignment in Excel. This did turn out to be a little bit more complicated than I intended it to because Excel has kind of a overly smart automatic default. Let's take a look at how we're going to graph this in Excel. You're going to select all of your data, right click, copy, and then open a new Excel spreadsheet. Let's see if I can, I cannot expand this for you guys. Hang on. Okay, I'm in a new Excel spreadsheet and I'm just going to go to a cell and paste special, match the destination format. And I'm just going to open it up so we can see it. You don't have to do this. Here is our data set. The time, which should be on the x-axis. Glucose levels of 2 different people we're going to compare. And I asked you to do this as a bar graph. So let's select our data, insert a graph. We're going to look at the 2D bar graph. Okay, and a lot of you stopped right here. This is the default that Excel has given us. The problem is if you look at the number of series, there's actually 3 data points, the glucose of person A and B, but also it's treating time as a data point. So that's incorrect, and it's then giving us incorrect x-axis. We need to change the data and the way it's being handled. And if you haven't done this before, it takes a little getting used to. Let's click on the chart and we can edit it. Some of you have done this before. You can change the axes. We're going to need an axis title for glucose. So I just put that on there. You can do data labels and all that. Trend line if you were doing a scatter plot. That is not what we need. This other one is for style and color. But on this third one, we have the opportunity to deal with our data. And if you haven't worked with this, you just need to play around a little bit. Right now it's selecting 3 data series, and this is incorrect. But I'm going to actually kind of go over to this select data, which is a master planner here. And let's look what we can do with this. Okay, so it's telling us that my data range is this sheet that it's highlighting for me. That is the data range I want to use. It's just not doing it correctly. So my series that I want to graph is actually in the column B and C. And I'm not going to use time after eating. Okay, so then, and oh, by the way, if your graph is 90 degrees, you switch your columns and rows and that'll help. All right, so I've got my 2 series are correct. This is incorrect, my x-axis labels. So I'm going to edit that, and it says, well, what label range do you want to use? I want to use these hours. Okay, let's just see what this looks like. Is this anywhere near correct? All right, this is looking better. The x-axis is now representing my number points. I have 2 correct data series. The only thing I'm really missing are my axis titles. So I can go here and give them their titles. Actually, I'll let you guys do that. So Excel is a little bit trickier that way. You're going to have to jump in there to this editing the data series and see if you can get it to look like what you want. Apologize, I didn't really mean that to be that difficult an assignment, but that's what technology gives us these days. So play around with it, do the best you can, and I'm here to help.